What's up, wild ones? So, you know that high that you get when you fall in love, that everything is just like, oh, so ooey gooey and yummy, and you're just like, you're so turned on by them, and you're so turned on by who you're being with them, and it's so exciting. And at first you didn't want it, and you denied it, and you fought it, and you were like, no, this isn't gonna happen to me, I'm not gonna succumb. And then it did, and they got in your freaking veins, and it was all like, just all of it, right? This is what happens. This is like the creative process, right? An idea comes in and we're like, no, I don't have time. I can't possibly, I can't handle this. Like, not right now. Oh my God, wait, what? And it just keeps, and the muse is like, you're gonna get this idea. You take this idea, you take it, you run with it, you go for it. And then finally you're like, okay. And you go all in, and it's exciting, and it's passionate, and you're turned on, and you're like, oh my gosh, I didn't even know I could create like this, and everything. And then you finally, like, you hit ship, and you produce, or you launch, and you give it out into the world, and there are accolades, and everybody's like, yeah, so good, oh my gosh. And I don't care if this is a blog post or if this is a freaking masterpiece. You're like painting chapels, and like, you're doing these, or I guess nowadays, right, we would be you get like your art spray painted, like you get to spray paint it across like the most amazing building and like the most amazing city ever, right? Like whatever it is, like I don't care, a small creative project, huge creative project, whatever it is, we're like, yeah, and it's so exciting, and we're like consumed by the fire, and there's just this creative high, and you're riding that high, and then inevitably it's over. The high is done. You have launched, you've shipped, you've done the thing, everybody's gone home. They're like, okay, good job, gotta go. And then it's just you. And you wake up the next day, and it's just a plain old day. Because you finished your project, you're done. There's no more high. You're not in love anymore. You and creativity have broken up. Temporarily, but you've broken up. Like, you're like, what do I do? How do I do this whole ordinary humaning thing after like the most amazing success, gallery opening, performance, stage, like whatever it is? What happens after that? I was listening to Jerry Seinfeld and Howard Stern today, and they were talking about like the high, right? The high of an idea of like, okay, the media is going to say like this, and you're going to do this huge project, and you're like, oh my God, and it seems so exciting, and you do it, and then afterwards you're like, oh my God, I don't want this, because it was the high that you were chasing. It wasn't the outcome. It wasn't the aftermath, right? And so what do we do when we know how to produce, we know how to create, we're connected, we're with the muse, like we're in the wild, and the aftermath hits, and it's just like ordinary life again? What came to me today is that you've got to be intrigued with what comes after, okay? So usually as creators, we're like, we crave that high. We tend to sometimes maybe possibly have these addictive personality, squirrel. And we're like, so it's like, we're all in, we're all or nothing, we're balls to the wall, and then we're distracted, and we're like, oh my God, no, I'm gonna go all in on this and the high, and I'm chasing the high, and I love it, and wait, what's that? Oh, and then this, and we're never really intrigued with the actual just day-to-day living. And so after the huge project, if you're not intrigued by what comes next, you're gonna probably, maybe, most likely, definitely fall into their creative depression. We've all had this. If you've been creating a while, probably your whole life, right? You know what the creative depression is. You might not have connected with it as that, but it's that slump. You've lost touch with who you are because you don't have a huge project on the books. You're not engaging in the world the way that you were, because when we're in the middle of like creating, and we're like putting something out, and then we're out in the world, and we're talking to people, and we're like, yeah, here's a thing, and and we can get into that like extroverted, like that very social behavior, and we're like, yeah, I know, I'm so excited, and then afterwards you go back into creative, introverted, if you're an introvert, maybe extroverted, but you're still like, you're in that creative zone where you're just like, I just want to create something. It's not coming through. Holy crap. And it's like injury depression. If you've had an injury, for an athlete, or you like to work out, whatever it is, and you can't, right? Injuries, and you just get like so, it's like, what is life, right? And so after the creative project, it's just kind of like, what is life? And we get super depressed. And so if we're not in intrigue with just life, right? Like every day, this is intrigue and connection and turn on, like with the sky and animals and like the air, and going for a hike or going for a run, or just moving your body and tapping into the elements and having conversations and just being so enamored with life itself, like so turned on, so sensually alive with simply being alive, right? Like you're just, oh my, like I get to do this. I get to sit down and do a little thing, maybe create a vlog, maybe create a post, maybe go out and have a conversation with somebody you care about, like whatever, just go do something, travel, like whatever it is. The human condition. Be so enamored with the fact that you get to show up and be alive and connect and learn something and master something else and be open to the muse and like, okay, what's that God voice telling me today? And just stay open and understand, trust that the next idea is on its way, as long as you stay open and you stay in that sense of wonder and intrigue, and you're just like, ooh, what's next? And have that curiosity. And when we get into that, it's like we can create it's like, okay, so if you're doing a creative series, right, you know that you've got a project here, and then you've got the next one, and then you've got the next one, and you're super excited because you've got that intrigue and you've got curiosity and you're invested and you're connected, and there's always something that's coming afterwards. It's almost like that, but you're using day-to-day life as your series, right? So like Humans of New York, if you haven't seen Brandon's work, amazing photographer, amazing, like, you know, international best-selling book on just plain old regular humans, right? Like what they do and how they're living and what's happening in their world. And he just goes up to people, began in New York, and just like talk to people, and what do you like, what's true for you today? So can you find that and then bring that into your life every single day? And then when you fall off, as we always will, we'll get all grumpy and we'll get all creatively depressed or injury depressed or whatever depressed, or disconnected, or we'll start to worry, or we'll have anxiety, or whatever will come up, loss, tragedy, trauma, drama, things happen. But if you can maintain the sense of wonder, if you can maintain the sense of intrigue for simply being alive, right? Like just being alive. I saw Gary Vee post something on this today. I would think it was today. I don't know. But anyway, he was talking about like the fact that we should be great, like should, whatever, but like be grateful for the fact that you got to be a human, right? So can you be grateful for the simple fact that you get to be human? You could have been this plant behind me, right? You could have been a rock, you could have been anything. You got to be a soul who got to come down and inhabit a human body and have a human experience. So the more that we can bring in the intrigue and the connection and the turn on and the wild remembrance every day, it won't matter as much if you're in this huge high of launching, of creating, of landing the stage, of getting the book deal, of self-publishing, of choreographing like the most epic thing ever. All of that will be amazing, and you'll still get the high from it, but you'll also get the high from simply being you. So let me know if this resonates. If it does, make sure you subscribe, make sure you hit that little like, boop, and turn on that bell so you get the notifications, and then share this out with somebody. Share this out if you got a Facebook, if you got Instagram, whatever it is, share the link, just share the love, right? Share the love. I would be so, so, so appreciative, because we need more collaboration, right? We need to be in the space of conscious collaboration as, oh God, as creatives. That was total CCC alliteration, but you know, let's share the love and do the damn thing together. Okay. I love you guys. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here. I truly love you guys and appreciate you, like, I just love you madly and deeply. So I hope you guys are having an amazing day wherever you are in this beautiful big world, and find that delicious turn on and intrigue and whatever it is that you're doing, whoever it is that you're being, whether you're in the high or you're in the regular plain Jane part of your day, your week. Just be fully in it. Be fully in it as you are, like just as you are. All right? I love you as always. Thank you again. Here's to your untaming. Go be wild. Bye, loves.